Well, hello there, everybody. It's me, Paddy from across the Shock, and I've got another tag video. And this is good. I'm getting them all out this weekend. It's nice to do tags, and I've had a couple of tags now from people who are just around and who are looking to get their foot. And this one is especially true. This is a fella called Jeff, and his channel is called World of Knives. I'll probably have it in the title, but I'll have it down in the description. Jeff only has 7 subscribers. He has about 5 videos there. I watched this one that he had sent out as an open tag video. And I watched one that his knife collection. And he has a nice collection of knives, but seems a really genuine, nice guy. So, I'm going to ask what I would do to anybody. This is a new channel. He's only got 7 subscribers. We've all been there. We all know what it's like. If you would be so good, if you've got the time, pop over to his channel and give him a wee look. If you like what you see, give him a sub. But I think you genuinely will like what you see. He just seems just a regular guy with a love of knives. So what's his challenge? His challenge is 5 knives that you would be happy to gift to somebody. And that sounds great, but then he has put it into price categories. And the price category is up to £25, from £25 to 50, from 50 to 100, from 100 to 150, and from 150 up to 200. So you're going to get 5 knives. And they're a rough guidance, I would believe. So, and I'm sort of going to start with, because the hardest category of the lot is the £25 and under, because there's such a great choice. Isn't that a lovely thing to say? And I picked 2 maybes, and I picked one that I've chosen, because I'll tell you what I have found, that of the 5 knives I have picked, there's not one blade steel the same, and they're all of excellent quality blade steel. So, there we go. That's how good our knife community is. At the minute, we're getting spoilt for choice with knife designs and blades. So, this is one that I picked out of my box just to have a wee look at. And this is one, it's a wee San Remo, and it's got their version of the axis lock on a wee small knife. But it works every bit as good as any axis lock I have ever had. Absolute lovely little knife. It's aluminium cover. It's a deep pocket carry clip. It's only a small blade. The blade's only, let me see, what length's the blade? 2.5 inches. So we're talking a small knife. And this is a San Remo, and it's a 7063. And I thought, that's lovely, but it's only about £10, £12 to buy. So I thought, well, you got a bit of room. So I thought, well, what about a traditional knife? I would have liked to been given, and I bought this the other week, and this was about £20, and it's an absolutely cracking carbon blades as well. So I think you get a better sharpness and longevity with a carbon, but I think it's been proved there's not that much difference. But it's a nice steel, and it's a nice blade. It's very well made. You have 3 different blades in it. I'll just go through. There's a wee pen blade, and on the other side, I'm not even sure what this is. Oh, I think they're both little pen blades by the looks of it, yeah. So, nice little knife. So you've got 3 blades, but that big one, look at the girth on that big blade. Isn't that lovely? So, it's a nice looking knife. It's a Rough Rider, and very, very nice. But I thought I would get shot if I didn't pick my favourite company in the world, and it is Ganzo. And Ganzo just can't be beaten. For 25 and under, cannot be beaten. And I picked this one. This is the FH21 in blue G10 and a blade steel. What size? This is a blade length of about just under 3.5 inches, and it's D2, and it's been verified D2 with a Rockwell hardness of about 61 point something, which is just phenomenal. The heat treatment is just phenomenal. Deep carry pocket clip, everything you would want in a little EDC knife. Really, really, and it flicks just amazing with no effort. So I'm going to pick this as my budget version, the £25. If I was to buy a knife for somebody, I would want to give them that there, just simply because what you're getting is so good. The next category up is the 50 to 25 to 50. And this, again, was a no-brainer for me. It's a knife that I've shown on the channel just recently. And this is the Manly knife. It's the Manly... Oh, what do they call this? Oh, I've forgotten what they call the blooming thing. Oh, Wasp. The Manly Wasp. There she goes. A most beautifully shaped blade. I've got it in there's about 4 different colorways you can get it in. I got this in the camo, and this has, let me just get it for you. There we go. S90V steel, and it's a £50 knife or a $50 knife, whichever way you want to get it, because it's about the same price over there in dollars it is over here in pounds. So an absolute, this is a company from Europe that make this knife, and again it's got a deep pocket carry clip, really G10 and S90V steel. It comes down to a very thin edge, and it's just an absolute beast of a little knife for 50 quid. Again, I don't think you could get better. So that's my choice for 50 quid. Then we're starting to get a little bit more complicated. Between 50 and 100, again, we have that huge array of knives to pick. And I know I've showed this recently, but this is just under the £100. And this is a Cold Steel Code 4 with CTS XHP steel. And the new ones now come with S35VN. So you're not going to do bad whichever one you get. But this is just an awesome knife for that price. It's got one of the strongest locks in the world. It's got a blade steel or a blade thickness that will do any work. A great tip for prying, poking, whatever you want to do in that tanto. Aluminium frame on this as well. But just a beautiful knife and ground really thin. Lovely, lovely knife. So, there we go. That's my up to £100, 50 to 100. And them 3 I'm over the moon with. And then I'm just going to be really boring and pick... Well, it's not boring because they're just blooming good knives. From 100 to 150, I'd watched this young fella's video and he picked the knife that I would have chose for it. But this is my other option, which is not a bad option, which is the PM2. I've got the aluminium scales in mine. Black blade, S30V, just our bog standard work knife. Our bog standard do anything knife. Bit of a weak tip, but it's not a problem. You very rarely see them broke. It's just a lovely knife all round. And it normally comes in G10, but now you can get so many different scales on them that makes a great difference to the holding. They can be quite harsh in the hand with the normal G10 scales because they're not rounded over, but this aluminium just took that completely away as soon as I put it on. And I highly recommend that. They were about 50 quid alone, but the knife was just about, I think to buy these new is about 130. So that's, you know, that'll do me, that's it. So the 150 to 150 to 200, I am going to pick one of my favourite footering knives, and this is the Zero Tolerance. And it's a Zero Tolerance 0450. And beautifully anodized. This was done for me by a man over on Instagram, Tony Meteor, that most of you will know. And he comments on an awful lot of channels on YouTube and is a font of information. So this is a most beautiful knife in a most beautiful anodized colour. Very, very comfortable. I have large to medium hands and I just fit in it, but it's perfect for me. Absolutely perfect. Maybe if you got large or extra large hands, it might be a bit of a squeeze, but I just find it beautiful. And it has one of the nicest actions. It is the fastest blade that I have. An absolute dream to use. And again, for an EDC knife, for everyday use. It's perfect. So, there you go. There's my 5 knives. Jeff, I hope you like this. And I hope people from the channel come over and see you and give you a wee sub. Because I think you'll be a great addition to our community, which is a very friendly and open community. So, thank you very much for tagging me. I really do appreciate it, and please do join in any of the other tags you see and let people get your name. But hopefully tonight we'll get some people over to have a wee look at your channel. So there we go. Go and give Jeff a wee sub if you like what he's doing, and I think you will. Highly recommended from me. So there we go, and I'll throw in a couple of wee bonus ones for that budget range. Thank you very much. Away for a wee cup of tea, and I'll see you tomorrow night. I'm doing a live video tomorrow night at 9 p.m. UK time, which, if you're across the Shuck or that direction, will be somewhere in the afternoon, mid-afternoon, and a couple of hours either side of it, depending on your time zones. Really, really looking forward to speaking again. I enjoyed last week. This week, I'm busting to get there. Couple of wee topics to talk about, so if you've got anything else, bring it to the table. I'll answer any questions as long as they're polite. So take care, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye now. Bye.